Morning, student, yesterday we have discussed our Ganga river system. Okay, students, yesterday we have discussed our map skill about Ganga river system. Okay, as you all know that we are discussing our Indian drainage. Earlier I have told you that we can drainage our Indian river system into two parts. Number one, Himalayan river system, and number two, peninsular rivers. Okay, so we have taken number one, Himalayan rivers. In Himalayan rivers, we have three major rivers. So we have three major river systems. Number one, Indus river system we have discussed, and yesterday we have discussed our Ganga river system, and today in this video we are going to discuss our Brahmaputra river system. So students, let me start. In the beginning we will talk about the origin point of Brahmaputra river, that from where it rises. Students, you know that this is our Mansarovar lake. Okay, and just recall the point that when I have given the explanation about Indus river system, at that time I have told you that our Indus river rises in Tibet near Mansarovar lake. This is our Mansarovar lake. Okay, and this is our Indus river. Indus river is flowing like this. Okay, students, now we have to discuss our Brahmaputra river. So students, let me tell you that Brahmaputra river rises in Tibet. Where is Tibet? This is our Tibet. Brahmaputra river rises in Tibet. Okay, east of Mansarovar lake. This is our Mansarovar lake. So this direction is east. This direction is east. So Brahmaputra river, this is our Brahmaputra river. Brahmaputra river rises in Tibet. East of Mansarovar lake. Okay, students, I have written here also. Brahmaputra river, R dot means river, rises in Tibet east of Mansarovar lake. Okay, students. Students, you can see this this one highlighted line. This highlighted line is equal to Brahmaputra river. But I think a question may be in your mind that ma'am, here it is written Sangpo. Here it is written Sangpo river, and we are discussing our Brahmaputra river. So students, let me tell you that this is our Tibet region. Okay, in Tibet region, this river is known as by the name Sangpo river. Okay, just remember the river is same, but in different countries the name of that river may be different. So in Tibet the name of this river is Sangpo river. This is our Brahmaputra river. Okay, and students, you know Brahmaputra river flows eastward parallel to the Himalaya. As you know that this is our Himalaya mountain. Okay, spreading like this, like an arc. So Brahmaputra river flows eastward parallel to the Himalaya. Okay, it is flowing like this. Okay, and students, let me tell you one more point. Then when this river flows in Tibet area, at that time this river does not have very high volume of water. This time this river does not have very high volume of water. You know reason? The reason is like this, that because Tibet is a cold and dry area. So this is the reason that Brahmaputra river does not have very high amount of water. Okay, let me move further. So river is flowing like this. Okay, parallel to the Himalaya mountain. And students, you know this is our Namcha Barua mountain. You can focus that I have made a triangle, shape of a triangle. This shape of the triangle is equal to a mountain, a huge mountain, and the name of this mountain is Namcha Barua. And you know the height of this mountain is 7,757 meter. I have discussed all these things in chapter number 2 also. Just recall that chapter number 2, physiographic divisions of India. Okay, there was part number 1, the Himalaya mountain. Okay, at that time I have discussed all the mountain ranges, all the mountain peaks included in Himalaya mountain. So this is our Namcha Barua. Okay, students, so river is flowing like this. Okay, so now you can ask a question that ma'am, where it enters in India. So let me tell you, it is flowing like this, and from Namcha Barua It enters in Arunachal Pradesh. As you all know that this is our Arunachal Pradesh. This is our Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Bhutan, Arunachal Pradesh, and this is our Assam. Okay, this area is our Assam. Okay, and this is our Meghalaya. You know very well. Okay, so from Namcha Barwa, the river takes a U-turn. Students, you can feel that this is our Namcha Barwa and the river is taking a U-turn. The river takes a U-turn and this time it enters in Arunachal Pradesh and it is entering in our India. Because Arunachal Pradesh is the state of our India. Okay, I am repeating once again. River Brahmaputra rises in Tibet east of Mansarovar Lake and flows parallel to the Himalaya mountain, flowing in Tibet. Okay, students, and from Namcha Barwa mountain, it takes a U-turn, and this time it enters in Arunachal Pradesh. So we can say from Namcha Barwa it takes a U-turn and it enters in our India. Okay, students, just remember some important points that in Arunachal Pradesh, this river is also joined by many other tributaries. Like you can see, this is our Dihang river and this tributary, and this is our other Lohit river. You can see in your book these names will be more clear. Dihang river, Lohit river, these are the tributaries. Okay, and this river is joined by these tributaries in Arunachal Pradesh. So you can take an idea that in Tibet this river does not have very high amount of water, but when it is entering in our Arunachal Pradesh, in our India, other large tributaries are also joining this river. So what will be the result? The result is very crystal clear that the amount of water in this river will be very high. The amount of water will be very high. Okay, and after flowing in Arunachal Pradesh, it enters in our Assam. You know, this is our Assam. It enters in our Assam. Okay, students, and you all know that these are northeastern states. Okay, and these are the areas of very high rainfall. So already the river has large volume of water, because the river has taken the water of other tributaries also, and you can plus the high rainfall also. So what is the result is equal to the river is going to increase her bed. The river bed is increasing more and more. So many times you people are aware about the news is that especially in rainy season, many very on the very large scale floods occur in Assam, in Arunachal Pradesh. The reason is very clear, because the Brahmaputra river increases the river bed. So the volume of the water is very high and it results in floods, and due to floods, very large type of destruction also occurs in these states, in Arunachal Pradesh, in Assam. Okay, so students, after flowing in Assam, this river enters in our Bangladesh. Okay, this river enters in our Bangladesh. Okay, and in Bangladesh it is also joined by one more major river, Ganga river. As we have discussed yesterday, that in Bangladesh the Ganga river is flowing like this. Okay, Padma, it is the name of Ganga river. Yesterday I have told you that in Bangladesh Ganga river is known as by the name Padma river. Okay, so after flowing, now we are discussing our Brahmaputra river. So after flowing in Arunachal Pradesh, okay, it enters in Assam, and after flowing in Assam it enters in Bangladesh, and in Bangladesh it is joined by our Ganga river also. So finally these two rivers mixes and forms a huge river, and ultimately this Brahmaputra river drains into Bay of Bengal. Okay, students, ultimately this river drains into Bay of Bengal, a large water body. So this is the complete course of Brahmaputra river. Okay, this is the complete course of Brahmaputra river. Once again I am repeating the main points. I have written Brahmaputra river rises in Tibet east of Mansarovar Lake. Okay, then it is flowing in Tibet parallel to the Himalaya mountain. Okay, one more point I also would like to tell you. The major part of this river lies in Tibet. The major part of this river lies in Tibet. In our India it is also flowing, but major part of this river lies in Tibet. As you can see, this is the length of the river. Okay, and the major length of the river, you can easily take an idea that major length of river is in China, we can say in Tibet. Okay, it is flowing like this, and near Namcha Barua it takes a U-turn, and on this point it enters in Arunachal Pradesh in our India. In Arunachal Pradesh, other tributaries also join this river. Tributaries are Dihang, Lohit also. Okay, so this time this river has converted into more big river and enters in Assam. Okay, after flowing in Assam it enters in Bangladesh, and finally it drains into the Bay of Bengal. Okay students, so today you have to prepare this map. Just frame the complete course of Brahmaputra river like this you have to do, and just write all these important points also. And after preparing your map, you have to paste this map in your geography notebook as you are doing always. Okay, just attend one more page. Student, these are the main points about Brahmaputra river system. As I have told you, I am repeating only. The Brahmaputra river rises in Tibet east of Mansarovar lake. Okay, it is slightly longer than the Indus river. Compared to Indus river, it is slightly longer, and most of its course lies outside India. Most of its course lies in Tibet. From Namcha Barua, it takes a U-turn and enters India in Arunachal Pradesh, I have told you. In Tibet, it is known as by the name Sangpo River. I have told you in that map that in Tibet, it is known as by the name Sangpo River from Namcha Barua mountain, and the height of this mountain is 7757 meter. It enters into India in Arunachal Pradesh. Here it is known as Dihang River, and it is joined by other tributaries like Dibang River and the Lohit River. Okay students, so what you have to do, just to prepare this map, okay, and just write the main points also in your geography notebook. Okay students, thanks a lot, have a good day.